All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are listening to Shoptalk Radio 2020. And today's segment is going to be on relationships and dating in the Black communities and abroad. When I say abroad, that means anybody is welcome. Anyone can leave a comment after you watch the video, and just everybody is free to join in or whatever. But I have my co-host here, Miss Lakia. She is my co-host, and she does this along with me. And we'll go ahead and get started. We'll introduce each other and just tell them who you are and what you're about. Lakia, you want to go first?
I'm Lakia, single. I do lash extensions and work in the healthcare field.
Next, anybody? Oh, Elijah, Nikita.
All right, well,
Okay.
I was gonna let the ladies go.
But, yeah, I'm sorry.
She got hers on mute again.
You're mute, Lakia.
She muted again.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, I'm good.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Nikita. I'm 38, 37. I have 3 kids. I'm from Florida and I do nails.
All right. Well, I'm 34. My name is Miracle Elisha. I serve tables, bartend down at Valentine and Uptown. I also have my own label, production industry called Crown City Collaborations. And now recently building the 503. So that's kind of my entrepreneurship type thing. That's kind of what I do in music. So.
All right. And Mr. Lee?
Last but not least, they call me Lee, but my real name is Marcus Lee. I'm a professional DJ, and I also sell Medicare insurance, born and raised here in Charlotte and single.
All right, great. Well, guys, as you know, I'm a radio show host and also a hairstylist, and been in a relationship for over 17 years. I'm a grandma, got 4 kids, and we can go ahead and get started. So Elijah, you know, we had some comments after the first show, and one young lady, she was concerned with men not reassuring the woman if he was a cheater.
Oh. And he was a cheater?
No, if he was a cheater. So reassuring the new person that you're with or dating or whatever that you're not going to do that.
Well, now I have to ask the young lady, how much does she reassure herself?
And her name was Valerie Simmons. Valerie Simmons said that.
So I'll basically will probably go to Valerie Simmons and ask her, does she wake up and give her own self affirmations in the morning? How much is her happiness built off of his affirmations to her? That'd be the first thing. Now, is this a selfish dude? Because security is what a female really wants, right? Security, love, patience, tolerance, which is very hard. I'm not saying by any means that I do it, because I am single. I am just watching, and you know, even with the mothers of my children, you know what I'm saying, communicating, reassuring them that they're secure, letting them know, you know, what it is and what it's not. Like I said, it's easier said than done, but if that's the type of person she's looking for, then she needs to be doing those things so he can match with her. I believe, like, if a man watches how a female moves, he's going to treat her as such. You get what I mean? So I think it goes the same way that way too as well. But that's just, again, my opinion. I'm not, you know, once again, it's just my opinion and my thought. You know,
yeah, that was her concern on the last show, that nobody addressed that because we were talking about cheating and lies and stuff like that, and nobody addressed that, reassuring the person that you're going to be dating or. But that like goes hand in hand. Yeah, it goes hand.
If I'm lying to you, if I'm shooting you, you know what I'm saying, wet dreams, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm lying to you, it's different from me letting you know that you're secure with me, that you don't have to worry when I do go out to the club. You don't have to worry when I am in front of your face, because it's going to be the same way. And that's why, like, finding that other person is like finding that person who can speak for you. That rib, even if that's and then we talked about last show, relations. How
Mhm.
can I have relations before I jump on that ship? That's the communication. I gotta be secure that that anchor on that ship is dropped. When you say it's dropped, you feel me? I gotta know when it's up, so I'm riding. See, you get me? So you know,
Yeah.
I think it all falls hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Speaking on it directly, if you're dealing with individuals who are not reassuring you, like okay, we had a small conversation before everything started, and we was like, oh, Buddy was like, yeah, you da 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 da. And I said, I'd rather just see and wait. You don't have to be assured. Sometimes you can just watch a person and know that you're not secure with that person.
Right.
I can watch how you handle your money. I can watch
It's
how
the
you handle your
energy.
money and know,
What you saying?
Said it's their energy.
Yeah, you kind of get that vibe. You
What you
mean,
mean by
Nikita?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The minute you meet somebody, their energy.
Mm-hmm.
they freak
Yeah,
me. I agree.
I agree with that.
But have you ever? My question is, but have you ever met someone that what you seen wasn't really what it like? Did your eyesight ever fool you? Have you ever been
Yeah.
fooled by what you seen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of
Because
course.
then that's because and I have too. So now when I see something, I question it.
Yeah,
Is
you
this
have to
really what?
question
Is
it.
this
You also
The
have to
red,
get
the red.
the time to actually know that person.
Yeah.
Because they can show you something and tell you something, but I mean, they can show you something and tell you something different.
Or it
You
be
gotta.
something different. Yeah.
Yeah, see something different. So that's how it goes. It's up to you to get that, take your time to meet somebody and get to know that person.
And make sure that you pick up the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's up to you. You see them red flags, you want to keep on going on, that's up to you.
Yeah. That could also happen. You could be dating someone and you'll be all the way in 5 months, 6 months straight, and then it just go left because that person lied the whole entire time. Didn't even give the truth about who they were, and how do you break that, like, in the day? I can't talk about it.
But does a guy really give the truth about themselves? Can they be like, well, I'm really not that dude. Like,
Can you respect that
I
answer?
want to.
Right.
do you say, I'm garbage, I've mishandled my money, I don't always follow through with what I say. Like, is a dude gonna tell you that? No, they're not. They're not gonna tell you that.
It's the same on both ends, though.
I
Because the
was
thing
waiting
about
for
it is,
someone.
because like it is just speaking on my opinion, I guess, like, guess female or women nature or whatever, they don't want to be perceived or judged as a certain person, a thought, a hussy, or a hoe, or whatever. So just like how you just said, how men ain't saying, well, okay, I'm a piece of shit. Well, women ain't gonna tell you how they get down, and they're not gonna tell you. And that's like one of the biggest fears that they want men to know. I'm like, oh, you get down like that? Women don't want to be judged like that. So it's the same on both ends.
So then you
Well,
can't really go by when you first initially meet that person, because really that person is putting on a facade for you anyway. If you want to keep it one, they put
Okay.
they trying to lure you in. So of course they're gonna act a certain way. Of course they're gonna be a certain way. They ain't gonna let you know that, hell, I only got $5 in my pocket, or that I don't know how to manage my money, that I might be sleeping on my mama couch. Like,
Yeah.
No, I hear you on that, but on the realness though, like I was saying, human nature, whenever we do meet somebody, it's like going to a job interview. You got to sell yourself. If you just meet somebody and don't know them from a can of paint, of course you're not going to say anything, the
A, B,
flaws
C,
that
and
you
D.
have. You're going to tell them the good things, and then you're going to sell yourself. That's what it is, especially when it comes to us men. Women hold the power when it comes to sex or intimacy or whatever.
why?
Because
Why?
it's like you can pretty much have intimacy with any man that you want. It's like well, not necessarily, because I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that women, if they want to engage in that kind of activity with a man or whatever, they can do that. Men, we have to chase it. in nature or even in the animal kingdom, we have to hunt for that. We're naturally hunters. Women decide who they're going to sleep with and who they're not. Now, not saying you're a big shot or a high value man or whatever, because if you got money or something like that, you know, you can get any woman that you want, but somebody that's average or people that you meet on a regular basis, it's the women that hold the power to that. We have to sell ourselves more than women have to sell themselves to us because we're trying to get the cookie.
You're right.
You have access to the cookie. If you have access to it, we're going to sell
Right.
ourselves
Yeah.
to get it.
But
Well,
I
go ahead.
why? I mean, I just feel like it's some women that move like men. We just trying to get the D. At the end of the day, we ain't trying to do nothing else. We're trying to get the D.
Point.
So that's
You
so
just
that's
put my
what you
point.
attract.
So, and then
So
your
that's-
money don't make you look good to me. I don't care how much money you got.
There you
It
go.
don't necessarily
You
have to be
can't
about
buy
money, but
me
you
because
just
you in a
you
certain
you just
car.
made the point. You just made the point because you do have women out there that move like men, but at the end of the day, they have something that we want, and
And you got
you give us access to it. If we don't get it, you can choose any man to sleep with. Men, we're like, okay, I want to sleep with that person, but it's up to her if she want to sleep with me or not.
But we try to do, we try to create relationships, right? Are that what you guys
So-
are moving towards, a relationship?
I put it to you like this.
So
and I'm
Go
sorry, I
ahead.
didn't mean to interrupt. My
No, no.
bad.
no, you good. Go ahead, Lee.
I like it. That's cool.
I'm going to say something y'all probably already heard before. You already know. Women have the power of giving sex. Men have the power of who they want to marry. A lot of women want to get married. A lot of men, they want the cookie. So with that, we have to sell ourselves. And a woman, it's like she has to, I guess, make herself, I guess, a person of value. Be like, you know what? I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. You know what I'm saying? If that make any sense or whatever. So
Can I say?
Yeah, go so.
Can I speak? Second. All right. So like everything that we just talked about started off with the word energy. Started off with the word relations. Started off with the word frequency. So if I'm naturally, like you say, I'm just going to use your word. I don't like the word sell yourself because now it seems like I'm pimping myself or I'm putting myself out here strictly for that. I felt an energy and something towards you that made me react and walk over here towards you and speak to you. So once I start speaking to you, I'm going to figure out whether or not if that energy is suitable or not for me. And this goes both ways. I think once we started to put the pussy on the pedestal, and once we started to tell these females, like, okay, listen, look, you control this. Actually, honestly, like, listen, if you choose to give your vagina or give your body like that to several different men, I'm gonna feel that energy. 9 times when I'm in the club, I kind of know what a thought looks like. 9 times out of 10, when I'm walking past in the Walmart, I can watch a whole movement and be like, yo, my man, jump on that because we finna go back into the studio. There's a difference. I know when I see that person that's standing at that business office, so I walk through the DMV and she's like that, standing like a stallion with the stilettos and the suit jacket, and I'm like, all right, we know how to step to understand the energy. When a woman sees a man within first 30 seconds, we know she can sleep with him. The question is, am I giving off the energy that I want a relationship, or am I giving off the energy I want pussy? Because now if I give you off the energy I want pussy, I'm going to attract pussy. And I'm going to attract the type of that come along that I really don't want to be in a relationship with. So my job as a man, as a dominion, because I'm the one who can give you the seed to blossom. Nowadays they got the technology, but God gave me the authority to pick and choose. And he's only gonna, this is, I'm thinking on relationship terms. I'm not thinking on the wake up and let me sleep with you and have sex with you and I see you at Walmart and I think you're cute and you got a big booty. We're talking about what's going to fit for the relationships that when people are serious, when I'm seriously wanting to be with somebody, that's all. And I think that takes that time and when you do approach, you're going to know whether or not if this is a thought or is this could be a possibility because my energy is going to push that out and receive it back. So that's kind of my outlook.
And it's gonna take time to do that. It's not gonna happen fast, like overnight. To get to know somebody, it's gonna take time. You got to give more of yourself than sell yourself. I'd rather say give yourself rather than sell yourself.
Yeah. because that's that vulnerability. That's that vulnerability that no one wants to face. So that's why some people give you that facade. You know what I'm saying? They give you that facade, like, straight up. Like that's why it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I try to stay in my lane, but you know, there's a lot of beautiful women. They're really 11 to like 11 to 1, like, you know what I mean? Like 10 to 1. Like there's only so much I do really want, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I think it's to each its own.
Intimidate you if you see a female, what's gonna intimidate you to not approach that female? The one that
me.
looks like got a jacket on, look like she got her shit together. That one. Are you gonna approach her?
Depending on where I am mentally. Is my mojo as a man is really like, nigga, is my mane up or is my tail down?
Is your confidence there?
Yeah,
it all falls down to the confidence is there. A person or a man that's in the right mind or whatever, they may judge a book by the cover and then say, you know what, this woman, she's on her shit. Yeah. Where am I at for me to approach her? And that's how men think. Because even in another example, even if a man or woman get in a relationship or whatever, and let's just say that a man hit a wall and hit bad terms. Yeah. And in some way, he's going to take it out on her because, like, damn, I'm not where I want to be. I can't play my role and provide her what she expects. So in the sense, you see him out, you know, I want to approach him, but you know what? I don't really have it right there.
So would you walk away from that? Would you walk away as a man and not even try to play games with that and keep it going?
I guess of course. It
depends on the situation.
Yeah, if you, cause see, like I said, like a woman could see a cute guy and be like, oh, he cute. It takes the man to really approach a woman. Not too many women. I'm not saying women don't, but see how you like, oh, well, you walk away. Why would you walk away? Why don't you try to shoot your shot? Because you know how many times a male shot is shot at a female from the age of 6, from the age of 5, when he tried to give the cute girl a lollipop and he said, hell no. But she looked at the other, listen, it's a psychological game that has not been, you're talking about something that's been in this thing for years, that's been built and
since the dawn of time.
That for men are from Venus and women from Mars, but she's really from my rib. And that's why I hate certain things, because it's the system that makes you be like, oh, well, you didn't approach, you didn't approach because I'm not necessarily lack of confidence, but understanding who I am. Like every girl you don't holler at. Every woman you don't just see, and like I think females get this false pretense that the niggas that are like, hey yo, too hot, that like you think that's a real man. It's because a real man's gonna approach you at the real time. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like the way that we view, again, and we talked about the way that we view Black relationships in America and the way we view white relationships in America are totally different. And then now what we really want is like a blend of both. And we're scared to be realized, like, just and that's where that fear, that false evidence appearing real that we talk about. That false evidence appearing real. I'm looking at her not knowing who exactly she is, but because I'm not where I want to be, I'm not going to approach him. And she's thinking, well, he's just a scared punk. No, because when I do, you get what I'm saying? But everyone's different. Sometimes you have people who are really shook. I can talk to anybody. I'm a bartender server. Like, I'm gonna approach you regardless. But am I gonna approach you about that? Like, even if I do and I speak to you, I might not like what you come out your mouth with. You could be beautiful as hell. And there's some ugly ass beautiful chicks out here, y'all. Yo, there's some dimes out here that are just nasty from the inside out, like toxic nasty. Like you ever seen that House show, that one movie where everything he sees is like the opposite. The ugly chicks is really beautiful and the beautiful chicks is really ugly. Like, it's called House, something I forgot, but it's
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal. Like, that's real life. And as men, and I like what he said when he was like, men determine whether or not if you get married, because it's like, I'm not going to God, to my family, with a Shallow Hal chick. And I had and that chick and so I'll take my time. I had babies with people who I thought I might be in relationships with, but you see where that lasts. So I've learned my lessons to be patient and understand that if I could be, I got to categorize the women and the people in my life, because everyone plays a certain position. Every woman is not someone I can sleep with. Some people I got to take a time out. Yo, I can't even have sex with you because you're so cool. That's a real man, but people don't. But not you.
You have to be there.
I'm gonna get hype again. I don't want to get hype because there's categories to this, levels to this shit. There's categories to this shit. I ain't giving everybody the same category or the same label because you don't fit that mold. I'm not gonna give a chick I'm not gonna call a hoe a housewife. That's stupid. I'm retarded. Not that one can't become one or the other, because a housewife can become a hoe real quick, lonely and monogamous because they ain't being real with themselves real quick. So for real, yeah, I'm not going unto God until I can categorize you properly. And when I categorize one, and if I can categorize one as that wife in my red, then guess what I'd be? I'd be at Lord's, I'd be praise dancing like this. Look, I'd be like this. Ooh,
Let me ask you a question though. So you said you meet a female and she's toxic and bad stuff coming out her mouth. Do men ever stop to think that we as women, we carry a lot on us? We got to be your cheerleader. We got to get our hair done. We got to get our nails done. We got to boost your ego up. We got to give you sex wherever and whenever, all these positions. We got to birth your children. Do y'all ever think that we get tired? We hold a lot down. We gotta.
You want this or I got this?
We gotta pay your portion of bills when you ain't got your money. Then we gotta sit up there and keep being your cheerleader. Are you being my cheerleader? What are you doing for me? And then you want to get with the next female and say, "Oh, she ain't do this for me. She ain't do that for me. She ain't shit." But at the end of the day, don't nobody know that I'm holding your secret. I'm holding you down, and then you want to get with the next person and try to talk shit about me. But do y'all ever feel like we are tired? We get tired. It's a lot. Y'all got a lot of shit with y'all.
Yo, you know what? And you're absolutely right. And you're absolutely right.
So yeah, we get angry. We tired. We tired of
You're
y'all.
absolutely right.
Let me get this.
Right. Listen, I just want to let her know that she's absolutely right. And that pain and that anger and that upsetness right there, when you meet the right man, he's gonna sit here and tell you, yo, listen, I know it wasn't my fault.
What's your definition of the right man?
That's what I want to know. What is
because like I said, when I meet you,
no, we gotta address. Hold on. We gotta address the first thing first. Hold on, let's address the first thing first.
You ain't shit nigga.
Well, damn, kids. All right. So first of all,
and it is what it is, and I don't know that when I meet you.
But you categorize them as
when I meet you.
Yes, and you categorize them as such, correct? And you place them where they need to be. And you ask me what the right man is. The right man for you is the right man for you. Whenever that person comes along, who can tell time? No one can tell the future. That's it. If that's your decision in your world, that's it. You roll the dice and you choose who you choose to be around your space. I choose everyone who's around my energy. I get to choose that. That's the gift from God. I understand that you got to, if you're doing all of that for one fucking man, bro, let that nigga go early in the game. I don't know what the future might hold. Like, listen, everyone has to go through a battle. Even hold on. Even co-parenting with the parent, even co-parenting, and that's what I got to go by. Because even doing it by that still takes sacrifice. I still have to do things that I don't want to do. She has to do things that she doesn't want to do, but it has to go back and forth for the whole system to really work. It sucks. It's not fair. Yeah, but that's the relationship. I signed on for having this child with you. This is the battle I have to endure regardless of my fucking emotions and feelings. Now, what type of dude or what type of female, you'll see. And it sucks that the people are toxic. And it sucks that these people act like that. I was that person at one point in time until someone looked me in my face and said, "You're a piece of shit, nigga. What the fuck is you finna do with your life?" And I had to make a decision. And I chose the opposite. So now I can still make decisions. I still got flaws. We all have flaws. Her, me, him, until I figure out I'd rather deal with your flaws for the rest of my life. Let me deal with your shit for the rest of my life. I'm cool with that. I can come home every day with this and hear that shit and put you in different positions and eat your food and sit and listen to your bullshit and how you yell at me because I understand where you come from. So I'd rather deal with that and not no one new or someone else. That's a decision and choice. It's all becomes a choice to self. That's all I got to say. Let me put on pause real quick.
That's
I'm sorry. But yo, I hear you. Yo, L, I hear you though, babe. Yo, I hear you, yo. I hear you though. I hear you for real. I hear you. That shit sucks. I hear you for real.
Well, we respect Lakia. That's what he's saying. What you say, Mr. Lee?
All right, to piggyback off that, overall, when it comes to a relationship, there's expectation on both ends. Now, I will say this, in my opinion, the expectation when it comes to men, everything you just said about being a cheerleader and doing all this, men have always been placed in the expectation level that exceeds that. We got to be the providers. We got to give security. We got to build a house. We got to give you the world. We got to do all that stuff. The difference is that if a female in this day and age, if they fail to meet those expectations, they get humbly excused. Most women nowadays don't have to take accountability for anything because why? They're women. When it comes to men, you may meet a man who can meet those expectations, but one fall or one screw up, he's a piece of shit. Everybody's seen these memes, these memes or whatever, and I hold true to it. You can give the woman the world, but she'd be like, oh, you know what? You didn't give me the moon, so you ain't shit. So I'm going to the next guy that can give me the world and give me the moon.
And keep you. And try to keep you.
And try to keep you, because females are the most hypergamous creatures on this planet. They are. And it goes back to the same thing I was saying in the beginning. You have access to the cookie. You have access to sex that we want. You choose the men that you want to sleep with. And even though you see the bullshit or the red flags, you still stick with them. Why? Because it's entertaining. It's not boring. Most women don't want a nice guy.
Not entertaining or boring. You stick with them because you love them. You stick with them because you ride or die with them. You stick with them because what you see in him.
We're talking about
I get what you're saying, but just speaking on what Kia was saying is that men had all the expectation what they want women to do, but when it comes to a man's expectations, it exceeds that because we got to do a whole lot more. And when we fall, we get shunned upon. Women, they get humbly accused. So it's more pressure on us than women. Women can do anything
I just don't like more
in the world right now. It's always been that way.
I don't like one person does more than the other. I don't like it's because it's hard to dictate that. Because what might be hard for you might not be hard for her. It might make it easier for the other chick.
Right.
Like you feel what I'm saying? Shit, it's hard. If it's hard, it's hard. It's easy. But guess what? Am I gonna deal with that shit? Yeah, like,
and real talk, men and most men, they want that cheerleader because we're prideful creatures. If we're doing something or reaching for our goal or serving our purpose, and our mate or our person is not cheerleading us, it can really compromise our ego or our pride. Shit. Just like how females are the most hypergamous creature on this planet, we're the most egotistical creature on this planet. So if I'm spending time with you and you're not doing the expectation that we expect from a female, be like, okay, well, I'm not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, like something is wrong if she's not happy or whatever. So
you guys are saying
it's on both ends. We have to do a whole lot more than what women expectations have to do.
No.
That's a lie.
No.
It's not a lie. What they gotta understand it's not limited to just relationship. I'm talking about society in general. As soon as a male comes out that womb, especially a black man, you already stereotype. Oh, by the age of 18, he's going to have an unplanned baby or pregnancy or whatever. Or by the age of 20 or something, whatever, he's going to be a convict. He's going to be a convict or whatever. But there's more pressure on men than women, and that's a fact.
Because
I don't agree.
Not at all.
I ain't saying that. Listen, I ain't co-signing that. Yo,
most women don't have to take accountability for anything. They can do whatever they want.
Women could do whatever they want.
Nah, but
they really can.
What we want.
We do whatever we want because we go for it with what we want. We just don't sit down and lay down and just give up. So I think I don't know if that's what you're saying, but women are more stronger and more go driving, more driven, as far as.
The reason why I say that because women, they're emotional creatures. So whatever emotion they're facing or whatever is fact. So moving hard or being more determined or being more motivated or whatever is based off their emotions.
How do
But
we
see,
bring?
listen, a man's supposed to be stronger. But hold on, a man's supposed to be
A
stronger.
man's supposed to
And
be
I think this
stronger,
is what we. And I
period.
think.
Allegedly.
I think they're supposed to be because
They
you know why?
should
You know why
be.
I think they're supposed
They
to
should be.
I think they should be. I think they really should be. And I think that we misconstrued our roles as men. As men,
Okay.
we're supposed to cultivate, we're supposed to nurture, and we're supposed to teach. And as a teacher,
And
there's no
lead.
way I can get mad at my student. I can't get mad at my student because my student did something wrong if I'm the teacher.
Right.
So if I'm looking at
Exactly.
the student and this student's my black, I'm supposed to be teaching. The worst thing I ever said to my baby mama, yo, back in the day, says, yo, I'm tired of teaching you, yo, because you ain't
Yeah,
listening.
you can't get
And
mad.
once I made that decision, I can't get mad at the way you came out because I did. Now, if I put in that effort, this is someone we're talking about riders right now. We're not even talking about like dots. We're talking
Right.
about riders. You get what I'm
People
saying?
you can build a
And
relationship
at the
with.
end of the day, I'm talking about, yeah, someone who you dealt with, someone who you know, someone who you slept with, like she said, someone told me your secrets, nigga. I was there when I was picking the corns off your feet types. Right? You know what I'm saying? I cleaned your nasty ass drawers, right? So
But
she's seeing this.
y'all don't appreciate us. You don't appreciate that.
Hold on.
You want to go over here?
Y'all don't
You want
appreciate
to go over
men.
here because her pom-poms look shiny right now to you.
Y'all don't appreciate men.
But this one over
If
here,
I
her
don't-
pom-poms
Okay.
dusty because she's tired of you.
But
She's tired. You didn't
Ex-
depleted her, but you want to go
She
get the new shiny pom-poms because she's cheering a little bit louder.
But
'cause
see,
she's
And
trying
guess
to
what?
look you
And
in.
guess what though? And guess what though? If he such a screw up or not really doing what he's supposed to do, why do some women stay? If they're
Because
so
I've been putting
encouraged,
all this work with you.
just like Johnny just said or whatever, women are the most driven, motivated, strongest people on this planet or whatever. If you're at that person of that caliber and you see somebody who is fucking up, why do you stay?
Because
If you're right there, why
because they don't build together.
why entertain the bullshit? Why entertain the bullshit? If you're so driven and so motivated and know what you want and so intelligent or whatever, and you see the bullshit, why do you stay or why you still entertain it?
there's gonna always be problems.
Same thing.
Yeah, there's gonna always be what you say, Lakia?
It's gonna be the same thing when I get with Joe Blow down the street that look good. He waved at me when I drive by. It's gonna be the same thing with him. Like he got stuff going on.
Joe Blow.
These are the issues.
But who's to say that the same thing will happen on the men's side? Because there are piece of shit women out here too now.
It is.
And men give women chances because they care.
These are the issues.
The difference is that men aren't based on so much on emotion, but like, you know what? I'm going over here then. I'm not going to entertain this shit because I know what I want.
Okay, let me say something, guys. Let me say something. So everything that you guys said, right? These are the issues that are going on in the communities of dating and relationships. You guys said some valid points that's really, really detrimental to, our culture and our people and relations and stuff like that. How do we fix that? Like, how do we go from that to dating and giving a person a chance and someone being honest with himself to be able to listen and learn and receive and give? How do we do that?
I want to say eliminate social media.
Oh, bingo.
I want to say eliminate social media because back then, before we got into this data technology, we actually knew how to talk to each other. We actually knew how to relate to each other. Our ancestors, our gatekeepers, they talked.
Right.
Now, all you got to do is just do this, talk your shit, or find new potential with the click of a button on your damn phone.
And that's where
the communication is broken, and communication has always been key when it comes to the companionship. But in this day and age of technology, the companionship is broken because I ain't gotta talk to you no more.
It shut it up. It shut
on social media or whatever. Yeah. That's one thing. Second thing is like, well, that's really it. So
yeah,
it's social media.
I agree.
Eliminate social media in your daily life.
Yeah, and it all depends on how you include that in your daily life. how you include that in your relationship. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. Nikita, you over there quiet, girl.
I'm just listening for right now.
Well, guys, I mean, wow. That was deep right there. I mean, it's so many people out there looking and wanting and just divorcing and breaking up and, you know, dating for 7 months, 8 months, and then you find out this person not even who they are. Not even who they are, completely acting as if they're someone else because they like what the other person have to offer. So they're gonna play along with that till it drops off. I mean, what's going on with that? What's going on with the people? Like, I can't speak on it because I'm not in that area.
I want to say that maybe it can go deeper than that because I mean, especially in our age group, the age that we're in right now, we have our experiences. We may even have some trauma. You know what I mean? And subconsciously, we may take that trauma on the person that you're meant to be with. Men or women, we make our potential pay for what somebody did to us. And we as individual, we had to take initiative and owe it to ourselves to try to fix that trauma, to get it therapy or to talk about it or whatever.
Right.
Because toxicity is not by choice, I feel. Toxicity is some shit that happened to you. And I'm like, now you have this expectation. I'm like, okay, well, this is a nigga right here. He's probably going to do this, or he's probably going to do that, vice versa, women. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, I you know what I'm saying? Based on their experience and trauma, your mate or your potential pays for it. And that's not fair. It's not fair to them, but it's most importantly not fair to you because in any situation when it's a companionship, you are the most important person.
It should be.
And you have to take care of yourself because you owe it to yourself to be with somebody you're meant to be with. But if you're not getting therapy,
are you willing?
That's why it's so hard for me to date. I said, I think that's why it's so hard for me to actually date because I don't trust nobody because of what I have been through already.
Right.
And it's like scary. And you try to get to know people, and it's like these days, nobody ain't trying to get to know you.
Right.
Yeah. They see how you look, and that's all they want to get to know is your body, and that's all they want to talk about is your body. Like, okay, do you know my name? Right. You don't know nothing about me. You ain't even trying to get to know me. Like, hello, like I am a person, not just a sex symbol.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to get into the relationships because nobody want to be honest. Even if you find somebody and you probably think you got the right person, you don't. You're gonna find out a couple of months later, oh, they got a whole family at home that ain't tell you nothing about. Like I actually started talking to somebody before. And we was dating for a while and kind of I actually found out he had a whole family at home because he proposed to her on Facebook and posted on there. So
first of all, him proposing on Facebook should let you know what kind of character that he is.
Yeah, so he was like,
on social media,
right? You know, I did it because of this such and such. It was money, and kind of found out the person that he was talking about wasn't his mama; it was his girlfriend.
And that goes back to the argument I was saying before.
And the blame got flipped on me. So everything got flipped on me. Oh, you knew this.
He manipulative.
Yeah, he tried to make me feel like I was.
He manipulative. He started out that way. You just didn't see it. But I want to ask a question. Are you guys willing to, like, if you meet somebody that come in with trauma and come in with baggage, because everybody got baggage, everybody got something. And are you willing to listen to that person and receive what that person's telling you without throwing it back in their face and actually receiving it so you can help them get through that so you guys can grow?
Because it's probably something that, go ahead.
I feel like
depends on the person.
Through some traumas. So when I meet that guy or when I meet him, I'm not gonna open up and be vulnerable to him. I'm just not, because my trauma has made me to the point where I really don't trust. I don't want to be vulnerable and give myself to somebody and open myself up to somebody again for him to then turn around and
shit on you
and traumatize me again. So no, I'm not gonna really open up and tell you everything that I'm going through, how I feel. I'm just not gonna do that right now at this point.
Listen.
I'm traumatized to the point where I just feel like I don't need to go there with you.
But with this,
yes.
So that means
so you
so
feel
that
the
means that
receiving
you shouldn't
end.
be dating.
The way I
You
the
should
way I
not be
think it
dating.
is, you're on
What
the
you say,
receiving end.
Elijah?
You shouldn't be dating. If it's that traumatizing for you to do that, then dating is not you're not ready for it.
Okay, so if
Because
I'm not dating,
It's from
sleeping
the time when you get to share your business to somebody. I don't think that you have to take off real when you first meet them. That's up to them. Now, if they want to tell me their business, I'm gonna sit up there and listen. If
Well,
I
that's
don't
gonna
been
take time.
I have my advice, but I don't have to tell them, okay, I don't been through that. But I do, I can't talk, but
I'm
not saying again.
And I'm with Nikita.
Hold on. It seems like we're talking like if you go to Walmart and you meet somebody and you just get his number and you're like, oh yeah, I've been through trauma. Like, no, we're talking about like if we're
over time,
if we're dating each other and we're going to like 2-3 months, 3-4 months, and I really see potential in you. I'm just saying, for me as an individual, as a man, I'm going to talk to you and want to open it up to get to know you if I believe that you're my potential wife. So now, if you're scared or you're traumatized and you can't do that, then I just feel that person's not ready to date. I just think that you just need to be single and find yourself, because once you start getting confidence in yourself and you can start approaching people and really letting them people, it's not even telling them something about you. It's like we said, like selling yourself or whatever. I hate that word, but telling you who I am. Like, I know who I am because of the things I went through, but I had therapy. Like I said, like last show, I went through therapy for this shit. Like, it's not the sheer fact that I just learned myself. It's like finding yourself takes time. It takes conversation. It takes these things to be able to give to someone. Being vulnerable is very hard. That's courageous. It's being very courageous, and it's hard. And the fear and the false evidence appearing real is you saying that you'll never find a man who's going to take your fear and show you love. You deposit fear in him, and that man's supposed to show you love. And everyone has an individual like that.
Okay, so should
besides God, like we haven't said God not one time in this thing either. We have not said God not nan time. So now, are you even praying for this man? Are you like I don't know. I'm just speaking, but I'm gonna be quiet because that's the type of life that I'm building for my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have the ability to build my kingdom. That's it. And if you don't meet these characteristics, I'm not even talking to you, and I'll be alone. And I told you guys that. I don't care. I got my kids. My kids will keep me happy. That's the blessing of God. If you don't have it,
Mr. Lee.
And the piggyback off of that, Key was saying, well, so what? Should I be a thought? No, you shouldn't have to be a thought, because the piggyback what he was saying, if you know your self-worth and you know what's going on internally inside of you and you get the help that you need, you're going to know who you are. And by you knowing who you are and know your self-value, you know what dudes not to talk to. You know what dudes not to fuck with, because you see it. You're in tune with yourself. So if you're broken,
you really don't see it.
And no. If you're broken, guess what? If you're broken, guess what? You're going to attract broken people. I'm a firm believer that people that you meet or being in companionship with, it's a reflection of who you are. So if you're in tune with yourself, know your self-value, knowing what you're doing, you ain't got to worry about all that nonsense. Oh, he's going to be a fuck up or he got some trauma. No, it does something to you. You're gonna see it, and you're not even going to waste your time, because a person of value cherishes their time. Time is something that you can never get back. So if you're in tune with yourself and get your value, you're going to see the bullshit. All right, okay. If anything, please do it with a long spoon and keep it moving. Because you're a person of value, you're going to know, you know what, this person is worth my time. I see it. Why?
Because you learned it. You learned it, and you've been through it.
And I see it in him.
Yeah.
You see who you meet. You attract who you are. So you ain't got to be no thought or nothing like that, Kia. You just got to just fix yourself.
You don't attract who you are. That's a lie.
No, it's not.
It is a lie.
Look what happened.
That's a lie.
I don't think that's true.
No, that's not true.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
think so.
You attract. I understand what he's trying to say. Like the guys, like if you're dating and stuff like that, the strangest person will come up to me like, oh my God, get away from me. Get away
Right.
from me.
So
So
I mean, you
yeah.
have your few one-offs. You're gonna have your few one-off, but what you're feeling inside, and you feel that vibe of what they're feeling. So you know what? He's feeling the exact same, or he or she, they're feeling the exact same way I'm feeling. There's something going on with them that's going on with me. Boom, it's a match. So if you're broken or whatever, guess what? You're gonna see subconsciously see somebody broken too, but because you're feeling the same way, it just happens.
that vibe might connect. I understand what you're saying.
That vibe connects. If you're a person of value and know what the fuck you're doing and know what you want, guess what? You're gonna see this person knows what they want. This person,
Right.
they value themselves. Guess what?
Exactly.
You're gonna
You got to
click
be
because
ready
that
though.
vibe connects.
You got to be ready though. That means you
gotta
have
be
to
ready.
be ready. You can't.
So
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, Joan. I just want to say something real quick. So being ready means you're being prepared. That means it's preparation to dating. I don't
Right.
think, just jumping into it's preparation to this shit, But what was you saying, Joan? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying, agreeing with Lee that what he was saying, that you have to be ready for whatever that you're ready for. Like you value yourself as a person, who you are, what you want, who you want to be with, who you want to sex with. So you
Most
see
valuable player.
right?
You know
Most
what I'm
valuable
saying?
player,
Within yourself, you're
right?
gonna see it in somebody else.
Right.
And when
You're
you
gonna
pick
see it
that
in somebody
vibe up,
else, and you're gonna seek them out, and you're gonna go after them, and you're gonna be like, you know what I mean? So I understand what he's saying on that part, because that's actually how I end up with my dude for 18 years. I'm telling you, everything y'all talked about is truth. I had to learn that. You know what I mean? Like I came in with baggage or with stuff on me, and I thought I could put that off on him, and that wasn't fair. So once I was checked that, okay, you're doing something wrong. You can't do this way. You gotta treat me this way. So he taught me something. I can't bring what I was bringing, you know what I'm saying, into this if I want to be with that person. So, it's kind of like a learn type of thing if you're going to get with somebody and dating, and you got to really open your eyes, you know what I mean? And if it ain't right in that 3/4 rule, do you guys believe in the 3/4 month rule? Like if you see different signs in that 4 months, it's time to hit it, keep going, walk away from it. Huh?
You said a week.
What you say, Nikita?
Give them a good week.
Oh, good week. It's that fast. It's that
Yeah.
In
fast.
the words of Tony Braxton, 7 whole days.
I would give it a month. I would give it a month.
Did you sleep with him? Did you sleep with him in them 7 days?
Heck no. We're not even gonna meet up.
Okay, the
We'll
question.
talk on the phone.
So he been around.
And
He
if I
been
don't
around
like
you.
it there, yeah,
This
good
dude
week.
been around you for. This dude been around you for 7 straight days. 7 straight days. Ain't go nowhere. That's a red sign. That's a red sign.
What
A
we
man
doing
always
in
has
7
to do.
days?
The second date? Well,
Because
then that's
I
not the
work
person.
6
Move
days
on.
out the week.
Yeah.
Right.
What we
So
doing?
I mean, 7 days, Nikita.
Joan sweetheart.
7
Joan
days.
speed dating.
Yes. What you say, Miracle?
I said Joan speed dating. She said, "What we doing?" She said, "I work 6 days out the week." She said,
Right, what we
got
doing?
I said, "Joan speed dating."
We finna
Yeah,
get
that's
to know each
coming.
other.
That's coming. That gotta come. And we gotta bring back the old school how dating used to be. You know what I mean? Not with this internet crazy stuff and
I want to go out on a date. I want to go for a walk on the beach. I want some flowers.
Yeah.
I want to do all that. I want to go watch
love.
the sunset.
You
I don't want to go to no clubs. None of
when
that
I
stuff.
come home.
Yo,
Yeah,
some
cook some
guys
dinner.
provide.
You
wish
get off
that
of
would
work,
come
dinner be
back.
cooked.
I wish
You want a
that
bowl
would come
bath?
back, but that goes back to what we're dealing with nowadays, because especially as men, it was in a man's role to court a woman. But now we don't have to put in so much work, because if we don't get choosing signals, or if the woman don't accept us, guess what? I'm going to the next chick on IG, Facebook, or whatever.
and that's the problem.
We have
That's the
sufficient
problem.
That's
information.
the problem.
But y'all don't
We have-
understand something
We
that
have
you don't even know
sufficient
what's
access to
right or not.
information now. We have sufficient access to information right now. if one thing don't work with a significant other, guess what? I'm going to my phone. I'm going to my device.
But that's when you make.
It's
But see, that's when
easy.
you have to make a commitment decision.
Right.
That's a commitment decision.
Yeah.
Because if I'm committing to somebody, I'm be straight up, bro. I'm not rocking. I already, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna rock. I'm finna stand still.
It's the way
Let me
you.
sit 10
And
toes
it's
with
just
any.
not. Huh?
You just don't wake up. You don't wake up. That shit takes work. This is work. This shit is work. I don't
It's
care.
work.
Like relationships.
But it's like we don't have to
It's
work
work.
as hard anymore.
It's
You
a lot
don't.
of energy.
Not
You don't have
unless
to
I
work
want
as
the
hard
right one.
anymore.
I need the right queen. It's hard work because I want the right queen. It's hard
So you
work
think
because I
people
want the
have
right
I
given
get
up?
what you're saying is hard work, but it's like you. Not saying all, but it's like a lot of people don't take initiative for it. Why? Because we have significant
It's too
access to the
easy.
information.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't-
too
They're
easy.
gonna die
Hard work,
alone.
easy work.
They're gonna die alone.
Yeah, it's hard work,
I
easy
don't
work.
wanna die alone. I ain't dying alone. That's all I know. I don't know about the other people that could just. I can understand. Yo, you can jump on IG, but you paying for it. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can catch a swag.
Unless you're doing OnlyFans, IG is free, bro. IG is free, bro. As a matter of fact, I've done parties where my homeboy somehow, I guess he got some clout or whatever, he has some IG models at his parties.
And it's easy fun. But see, you a DJ. See, I do music, I do entertainment, I host shows and different things like that. So I understand. It's an easy access.
But he's a truck driver.
Yeah.
He was hosting a party.
Let's do it. Who's a truck driver?
The example I was using, my homeboy, he's a truck driver. You know, a truck driver make money, whatever. But he managed to get IG models to the party that he was hosting, and he booked me as the DJ. I've seen it. The shit you see on IG, I saw it in person. I'm like, how you get?
It's real life.
Shit. I just talked to them on IG. I just slid in their DMs, and that's where we at right now. Everybody's sliding everybody's DMs.
Lee, somebody in that room paid, bro. I don't care what you said, bro. Lee, I don't like someone didn't walk away. So, yo,
they may have paid. They may have paid to show up.
All I'm saying is one of them chicks.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. That's not my stilo. That's the point. That's not my vibe. My vibe ain't that. So I'm not going to an IG party thinking I'm finding my wife. That's not my energy.
But why not?
It's not a matter of finding your wife. It's just finding like a new cut, a new pussy, or whatever.
So now you got a specific place where you want to meet your wife?
I'm going there for business. Y'all listen, look, if listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure, two things about me. If your energy, I'm gonna tell you something about me real quick. If your energy during an IG party or something that's like a business atmosphere or music atmosphere and you pull me to you, there's a reason for it. And then I would test that waters. I'm not saying I would just straight deny it, but what I'm saying is that's not my intention. Because my intention is on a whole nother level. So yeah, I get y'all. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, DJ, invite me to one of them IG parties and let me see if I can smoke.
Yeah, I'll let you know for sure. So you in Charlotte? You in Charlotte?
I'll be out there. Yo. I like your boy. No, it's a real talk. I'm just saying, because we're talking about relationships. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We could add in our everyday
and
lives
dating.
and say, you know,
relationships and dating.
And dating.
Relationships and dating. And there's many different relationships. Like you can go friendship. You know, friendship is the basis to any relationship.
Companionship.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my golden rule. Yeah, friendship, not even companionship. Like I think that's a step higher than friendship. To me, my companion, that's like my soulmate. Like I learned about. Have you ever heard about the twin flames? Like it's called a twin flame. It's called a soulmate. Mm-hmm. And then it's like something else, like it's like levels to it. Like so, a twin flame is someone almost that you like ignite with, someone who like just sparks your flame, like someone who, when you get around them, they build that energy in you, and you just rock it off. Like anything that y'all do and touch, it turns to gold type shit. And then you got your soulmate, who's someone that you might not always agree with, but someone that you can really go through life with.
Right.
You know, you have that partner who you can call late night. You have that partner who will go grocery shopping with you. You know what I'm saying? And between those two things, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as in a female aspect, that's kind of like where I kind of like put my perspective on, like a woman. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't look at the baggage that she has. I look at her potential. You know, shit like that. Like if I'm going out, like I said, if I'm going out just to have fun, that's not gonna be my energy. It's gonna be unless you and like I said, unless you throw me all the way off. But if I'm going out,
at the end of the day, it all boils down to what a person want, and they know within themselves what they really want.
That's exactly what I was going to ask each of you, because I will be doing that speed dating Elijah keep talking about. But I want to ask each of you, Elijah, we're going to do that. I want to ask you, what's your ideal mate? So the people can hear, what is your ideal mate? Whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Your ideal mate. After everything we talked about, you guys said some valid points. So share with the people, what's your ideal mate?
My ideal mate, for one, she has to have self-respect as well as respect for others. 2, be cooperative. And as a male, don't come with nigga energy. Have a little bit of feminism in there, because that's what most women appreciate, a woman who is feminine. And most importantly, she got to have something going for herself.
Okay. Nikita, you want to say?
Not yet.
What's your ideal mate?
It'll be a whole lot if I start talking, but just need somebody to match my energy. They can understand me. No, I don't know. Just that's it for right now.
And Nikita, what you want to tell the people? Because I know you mad with Lakia. Lakia. Nikita, we got a Lakia and Lakia.
Come on, Kia. What you got, Kia?
Lakia.
Come on with it.
Is I want somebody that I can be vulnerable with. I want somebody that I can build with. I want somebody that I can take my wig off in front of you and not feel no type of way. Like, I'm not asking for you to have thousands and $100 million in the bank, because I feel like money and all that stuff is materialist. All that stuff will fall into place. But I want me and you to sync. Like, we got to sync.
Okay.
You got to know that I got a big mouth. I'm opinionated, and I'm going to say what I want to say at the end of the day. And you got to be able to be okay with that.
You're missing something.
What?
They can't be no pushover.
Yeah, they can't. For me, you cannot be a pushover, because I'm going to push you to the limit. I'm going to push your buttons. I'm going to make you mad. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to ask all the questions you don't want to answer. I'm going to do that first.
And I have a question for that. After everybody give their answers, I have a question for that.
Okay, Mr. Miracle. We know you're a love romantic. You're a romantic.
Yeah, I'm yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Intelligence, drive, hunger. Someone who won't quit. Someone who's determined for success for themselves. Someone who knows who they are. Someone who's kind of, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm always, when it comes down to that, I always say my favorite line is, I'm looking for my rib. Sometimes I don't even know who I am. I don't know who I am. Sometimes I have to see myself for who I truly am. And that's who I want to reciprocate. I need someone to reciprocate what I bring to the table. And I want them to be able to speak for me. Someone who's bold enough and wise enough to be able to speak for me. And I could just say, you know what? Whatever she said, what would feel good for me? Whatever she said. And I just sit back like this. So whatever she said, I want to give someone that type of
power.
Yeah. And I could just, you feel me? Yeah. But that's
Mr. Lee.
So the question that I have is that I have an understanding is based on what Kia was saying, because it's not just her. I have an understanding that when it comes to just female natures in general, they're going to shit test their man. They want to make sure that the person that they're giving the time to is maintaining their purpose or their role. But even if a guy that's really meeting those expectations why do you insist on pushing his buttons on purpose? Because to me, that's petty. And we all grown and we all got other shit to worry about. Why pick a fight on purpose?
But
Why
who's
is it on
picking a fight
purpose?
on
It's not on
purpose?
purpose.
I mean, no, you might as well, because she just said, like, I'm gonna push your buttons and I'm gonna push you to the edge. You never said no, but you never said that you had to do something wrong. You just do it.
I'm gonna push your buttons because I'm gonna ask you questions that you probably don't want to answer.
That's her personality.
She's gonna do it on purpose.
That's her personality, but in the same way, it complements when it comes to the female nature or whatever. These are the things that they do.
No.
And I understand it, but I don't understand it, because you want to make sure your man is on point. I get that. But let's just say that he is on point. Why insist on, you know what, I'm going to fuck with him today? Why is that?
I don't think it's like that.
Because they're like cats. They're like cats.
I don't think it's
they're like cats. They like to scratch you and then come purr on you and then come put the pussy on you.
Exactly.
That go vice versa, because the guys do that too.
Yeah, you know, the same thing.
The same
thing. If a guy is doing that kind of female, well, I ain't gonna say female behavior, because I figured that if a guy is really on his shit and is really on point, he has no need to test you unless he's suspicious that you're cheating or that you're just, you know, thotting or whatever.
I was just saying, for my personality, even in my friendship, I push the envelope.
Absolutely.
And you already know, Lee, I be having people mad because I said something.
And that's why I'm still here. But at the same time,
and I'm just gonna do it.
No, hey, I understand that though, but at the same time, though, the situations were petty.
That's just the personality, you know.
A lot of men don't respond
out of it.
I mean, a lot of men don't respond. Each man, they respond differently. Some men, they love that shit. Yeah, I love when my girl talks shit. They may want to start a fight. They love that shit. Other men be like, yo, I got some shit going on. I'm giving everything that she wanted, but she wanted to start a petty argument just to test my loyalty. I'm showing you, men, we are creatures of action, and we're the most simple creatures on this planet. Women are the most emotional ones, but the most active ones. If a man is really doing what he is supposed to do, is meeting all your needs, why engage in fucking with him like that?
Because it's fun.
Just because.
And because that is fun, it may not be fun to him.
But it's fun when he do it.
Analyze that.
It go both ways.
That was the realest answer ever. Yo, they do that shit because it's fun, literally. But you gotta have fun back with them by executing everything they say and then look them in their face like, what's next? Oh, nothing, yo, please.
Don't take it to the extreme.
Yo, that's when you tell them to lay down, young. That's when you tell them to lay down.
Extreme.
Yo, that shit happens every day. It don't matter if you're in a relationship or not. You dealing with a female, they're gonna try you on purpose. And like I said,
personal experience, because like I love what.
Yeah, I think it's bad. I think it's iron sharpens iron type shit. Like that's the way, kind of like a woman kind of sharpens your iron. And if you fail, hold on. If you fail and get emotional, they ain't gonna forget it.
It ain't gonna go right.
They ain't gonna forget it. And you gotta execute it. You gotta wait. You know what I learned? I gotta wake up every day. And sometimes just put on jewels just to walk around the house so she understands.
Yeah, don't feed into it.
It's a tip for tat. It's literally like,
if you want to have fun or whatever, in my opinion, if you want to have, based on my experience, if you want to have fun doing that shit, depending on what the situation is, I'm not going to show any emotion because I'm not going to let you. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at fault on that, then that's just me. But I'm not going to engage or allow you to bring me to your level, whatever the intention is. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. I'm like, okay, you're being real. You're being
trying to do something else
right now. But Lee, if I love her, that shit don't faze me. Right. That shit is like,
that's what I was saying. It's not gonna faze me. That's what I was saying. It's not gonna faze me. But me not showing emotions, I'm not gonna be fazed.
Bruh, and sometimes I fail, bro. I'm telling you, I will fail. Sometimes I get woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just got off at 2, and you want me to take the boy over here, to take the boy over there, to take the boy. just to test to see if I'm gonna either bitch or I'm gonna get up and be like, all right, you know what? And after I get up, then dinner's cooked, lunch cooked,
It's a sexy
done,
thing.
bum, bum,
It's a
bum,
sexy
bum,
thing.
nasty,
To sum it up,
and
to
not
sum
fit.
it up,
nasty
only-
at night. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes when you pass the test, you get rewarded very well. Sometimes when you pass the test, they just do it for fun. But on some real shit, if I execute the test, the next nigga won't. How about that?
Okay.
Like, and I
All
know
right,
she around
Elijah.
niggas,
Okay.
period.
just
If I
to sum it up, cup your
'Cause I
balls.
love
That's
it.
all I'm gonna tell you.
Period.
That's
Cup your
That's
balls.
right.
Cup them.
Yeah. Don't be so sensitive. It's just a sexy thing. That's all. I'll come in and piss my dude off just
and
cause.
later,
Just
they
cause.
really want they either want to eat, yo. They either want to eat, drink, smoke, or pipe, yo. And it's this person that you love. They're trying to. It's screaming. So you either need some dick, you either need some food, you either need to smoke a blunt or drink some wine and chill the fuck out.
Right.
I
Go
totally get all that. I totally get all that. You hit it right on the head. Me personally, I just feel
Cut
like,
ass
yo,
off.
this is like really unnecessary.
Right.
Lead
So just let it go.
I don't do pettiness. I don't tolerate pettiness. I have a very low tolerance of pettiness. Don't get me wrong. I take a lot of shit. It takes me a while for you. It takes a while for me to get to that corner. Whether
Everybody's
it's fight or
different.
flight. But I know me that if I respond a certain way, I can get really ugly. If I find out that it's unnecessary, whatever, I get really ugly, and then I'll drop an atom bombs on you, and then that leads to a whole nother situation. So I totally get that when women do this, it's for a reason. I totally get that. But I feel that in some cases, it's just unnecessary. I was like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, we were just having a good time. We was just caked up. We just had a good night or whatever. But now you want to pick a fight. What did I miss? That's my thing.
So then
The
that's
whole
exactly,
Yeah.
that's
compromise
exactly what
because
you're gonna say to her. That's exactly what you're gonna say, so she could check herself. That okay, you're going a little
and I
too far,
said it.
and you're going
And
a
I
little too
said
far,
it.
and then that's it. You know, not for it to be, you know, over dramatic. You know, but that's a way
Yeah.
of learning how to deal with each other with different foolishness that we do to each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's a test, Lee. That's a test. That's an everyday test.
No, it's
man.
a test. I
That's
passed a few tests.
an everyday. But look at this though. But look at this though. There's no real right answer because at the end of the day, yo,
Right.
it's between you and that relationship. Like however y'all deal with y'all shit is how y'all gonna deal with y'all shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's cycles that comes in a relationship to where you can only understand that person on that level. Like we can say it's
And
because
how
of
you
this,
gonna
we can
deal
say
with
it's
it?
because of that. Yeah, but it's up to you. Like nigga, like you even said, you was like, yo, like we both said, like, bro, like it's your choice if you want to deal with that type of female. Like if it's petty and she like that, but you know, but my thing is this. Let me ask you this: does the good stuff outweigh the petty shit? Does her good shit outweigh the petty shit? Because if her good shit outweighs the petty shit, she kind of got it. Kind of like, all right.
Well, not based on my experience. It just goes back to who the female is and what she's all about.
Straight up.
Because a woman that does that, because it's in their nature, they know when to cut it off. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna get a rise out of my man, but I'm not gonna take it to the extreme.
Right.
If that's the case, right. But if you're just doing it, just being spiteful, there's a problem.
Right.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of women that I cross that do it just to be spiteful.
Yeah, bad evil. Yeah, that's an evil bitch. That's called what's a Jezebel? That's a Jezebel. Yo, who come and take your heart. They'll come and take your heart. I've been across a Jezebel before.
Or maybe even go as far to demasculate their man. Because depending on how they brought up.
That's a spirit, man.
That's a spirit.
Depending on how they brought up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm the prize. I've been told this by my daddy. I've been told this by my mama or whatever. I can do whatever I want. So I'm gonna fuck with you to be spiteful. And what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
versus the women that's right in their head to be like, you know what? I want to test my man because I really do feel for this dude, but I want to make sure that he's still on point. I totally get all that, but
that's different. That's
a woman.
That's
different. But it's like nowadays in this day and age, in my opinion, I guess based on my experience, it's like they just be spiteful without saying, yo, what's your problem? What did I do? And sometimes men, and you know as well, we don't have to do nothing. We can do everything right. And because, like I said, women are emotional creatures. Whatever they feel, is fact. Everybody knows that 1 + 1 is 2. But sometimes with certain females, 1 + 1 is cat. Not even a fucking number. However they feel, that's what it is. So depending on the female, who you dealing with, if you was a man, it's right in your head. You gotta be analyzing like, you know what? She's testing me for the wrong reason. And it's not fair.
All right, ladies, you hear that? Stop with the pettiness.
Play with
We
your
are grown
mama.
adults. I can see that if we was in college, I can see that if we was in high school or whatever, but the age group that we're in or whatever, we ain't got time for that shit. We got shit to worry about. We got investments to make. We got a house to get. We got money to make. We got power moves to make. We got a pot to build in. Why are you going to bring this nonsense just because you feel a certain way?
Go ahead, Lakia.
It goes with the territory. It's got nonsense, foolishness, pettiness on your end and on my end. So you just can't put it all on the female because I have what you want and I can sleep with whoever I want to. I'm gonna be petty. You just can't put it all on the women because at the end of the day, it's some bitch ass men out there.
And guess what? And guess what? The sad case is a lot of bitch ass men are winning over the alpha men.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
And the reason why, because women are empowered and they feel like, you know what, I can get whatever I want from this guy.
Bitch ass niggas are not. Listen, look, punk ass niggas is not winning. That's why these females are crying out here alone.
That's why most of them are winning because they're trying to buy love. They're trying to make their women happy. They put their women first before themselves.
Oh, you talking about the ones who got money? You talking about the ones who pay for? You talking about who? You talking about the average dude?
Not even necessarily money. And you know what? I'll be real about it because I fell to this shit. I find myself living out of my means, trying to make this person happy.
There you go. But you just said the issue. You live out of your means. You live out of your characteristics of who you are. Once I come out the block of who I am, I'm fucked. Excuse my language. I'm stuck. Once I just told you, what's that Jezebel that beat you with this masculine. They'll take you out your character and look at you like you're the fucking problem. And then you question yourself like, yo, what the fuck is...
And they are always the victim.
Bruh, but at the end of the day, you know what I realized? I'm MVP, my G. I'm MVP, my G. So if I'm MVP, even if you kick me out your house today, guess what? Tomorrow you'll be inviting me back because you understand. And it has nothing to do with you. That's what they telling you. They'll wake up off this shit. And I cannot get emotional or affected by it, even though sometimes I do. But then come back and correct myself because nigga, I'm a man. Hold on. You know what? I was wrong for even yelling at you like that. Yeah, I understand. Yo, go ahead. Yo, sometimes I have to. I blank, but I still get up and try to do it. Or I come back and correct my wrongs because it's like, yo, if I don't, then it's going to eat at me. It's not it's about her, but it's about me. I got to protect myself like, yo, chill. I'm going to leave. You know what? Today, I'm not coming over. Have the nerve to cuss me out in the morning, call me, yo, shut.
And that would make you dangerous.
And call me in the afternoon.
Let me ask you a question.
No, and that would make you dangerous.
You said I can't do that because I'm a man. What does that mean?
Can't do what? I can't do that because I'm a man.
You can't do something. You said I can't do that because I'm a man. What does a man mean? What is that?
I have to check my emotion as a man when you come at me like that, knowing I'm doing everything I'm supposed to.
Being emotionally aware.
Because if I start to get into an emotional tit-tat with you, the conversation is done. The situation is now escalated to 100,000 miles an hour. If I start to tit-tat this, you wake me up and tell me to go.
If you get emotional with me, you're not a man. Or does that make you my man and me not yours?
That's what you just said.
So why do I check myself? So Lakia, you just answered it. So I check myself before I get emotional. You say
Because
something
why?
that men still get emotional. Because men are still
So
men.
he
We're
don't
still
carry on.
Human.
So he don't make it
not fucking
They just don't
escalated.
show it as females do.
we real people,
And
yeah. We're real
And
people.
that goes all the way
We
back
bleed,
to the
we cry.
statement. And that goes
All
up,
that.
and that goes back to the statement that I mentioned earlier. We at this expectation right here, not even in relationship, but in society. Men are not supposed to be emotional. That's a female trait. But
That's
at the
your
end of the day-
problem.
no, but at the
That's
end of
your
the day, we're
problem.
still human.
You don't
We're
want
still
to be
human.
emotional.
Huh?
That's your
I gotta
problem. Y'all don't want to be emotional. Y'all got mommy issues, daddy issues. You got
No,
your
but
thing too
but
little
listen,
issues. You
Lakia,
got all that. You got emotional.
Lakia,
That's the problem.
She said you got the thing, too little issues.
A man checks himself.
Right.
A man will check himself. A man will check himself. A man will check his emotions. I will
Okay,
not
what's
allow
your
my
definition of a man, Elijah?
Come on,
No, hold on,
bro.
hold on, Elijah, hold up. What's your definition of a man?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know, so you don't know what you want. Was
I
probably
don't
why.
know.
Okay.
I don't know what your definition is. I don't know. I'm confused right now.
You as a woman should know what the definition of a man is.
I'm confused.
Because
wanna
that's
know
what you
why?
want. Because that's what you
we've
want.
We've been put in a situation where we gotta wear the pants and the skirt. Cause
All
why?
right, so
You sitting
those
on the
go
couch
for-
playing
Those
Xbox.
go for the bitch ass niggas you dealt with. That's why you ain't dealing with no
That
real
goes
man.
back to that. The
You didn't deal with
ingredients
no real
don't be
man.
out there. The ingredients is not there.
No, you entertain the wrong men.
She's speaking of
That's what
in
it
general, like what's out there and what the men are doing.
No. She asked me. She's speaking generally, but she asked me specifically.
Right.
She's speaking generally. You're talking general, but you're asking me specifically on what.
Because you keep saying, I'm a man.
No,
What
I said
is
as a
that?
man. Because a man, someone who handles priorities, someone who handles things outside of themselves, someone
We
who's
do
willing
that.
someone who is willing to separate himself to be connected with somebody else. It's a separation of selflessness. I've come to a position to be humble in someone, even if it doesn't matter where I'm at.
And fulfill your
For
purpose.
somebody to be able to do that.
I can accept myself for me today. Even if someone tells me they don't want to be with me, F me, kick me to the curb, guess what? I've cried for a couple of days, but guess what? I'll be okay the next day. I'm a man to be able to understand. I know how to survive in this world. I can feed if I need to feed. I can provide if I need to provide. Am I perfect? No. Do I have flaws? Absolutely. Do I want to get better? Yes, because we're all trying to get better. The only way I can get better is also having someone who's trying to get better on the left-hand side of me. If I can find someone who's trying to get better and I'm trying to get better and we're on the same wavelength and energy, then that period. What's a man? Like I my perception of a man, that's me. Now, what is I love what he said. What is your perception now?
I don't have one right now.
I know, but my baby mother's perception might be different than mine.
It might be.
Understanding
Miracle, hold that thought.
The understanding of what she thinks. It's just learning. It's like literally learning.
Miracle, hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Here what I thought, because me and Kid, we've been having a conversation way before this and everything like that, and she has her perception of what all men are, but yet she just said she don't even know what a real man is. How you gonna speak that argument but don't even know what a real man is?
I don't. But I don't think you guys.
If you don't know what a real man is, how you gonna say that all men are liars and all men are cheaters, or you just criticize them to a certain extent? How can you say that about men? We don't even know what a real man is.
That's
she can only go by what she's taught.
Of what she been through. That's what that is. Right. Frustration of what she been through as a woman.
But we all been through something though.
The men not showing up.
You're not showing up.
Through something though. We've all been through something. We've all been through something. There's no excuse.
You know, guys.
And especially, Key, I know you personally, so I ain't gonna throw your business out there with it, but the age that you're at right now, you should have the age where you're at right now, you should have an idea of what a real man is. You should have that what a real man is. Well, you should have been able to answer that question.
No. She just saying that what I'm hearing is the frustration of what she been through. That's why she don't know what to say what the real man is. Because she
I don't
ain't
know.
experienced it.
So by her not being able to answer that question, how can she be judgmental and say that men are this and men are that? We don't even know what a man is.
No, because
that's what she's been
that's
through.
what she been through.
That's what she's been through. That's all she's dealt with so far.
That's what she
And
been through.
because she's at a certain age, doesn't mean she ain't gonna be able to deal with people differently. Maybe this right here teaches her, switch something off in her mind,
Right.
where she starts to find different people.
And get her
I don't believe in you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I just believe you got to get a new teacher for the old dog.
Right.
Like period, y'all listen, look. I could sell water. I could sell water to a well, right? You know, Jay-Z. I could sell water to an Eskimo, right? You feel me? Only way I could sell something to, like, and I hate the word sell because I ain't no fucking property. But the only way I could sell myself to an individual if I'm truthful with myself. If I believe in what I sell, I could sell you anything. I could sell you love because I truly have love with my God and myself to show you, even if it's outside of myself. So
And I would
can
say
give you that.
And I would say this for the record. I know that you personally don't like using the word sell, but in reality, we sell ourselves every day. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad using that word.
Myself every day. I give you myself. I show you who I am every day. I don't sell nothing. I don't sell myself at all. I tell you exactly who I am and how I move and what I do. Doesn't matter if I'm serving tables with Valentine, with rich millionaires.
Well, I do start selling service.
This is how I am. Like, this is how I am. Like,
but listen though,
that's telling.
You said I don't have a perception of what a man is, but to me, like before I got married years ago when I was young, my perception of a man was one way. But then when I got into relationships with men, it's not that. It's not this way. So when you say, do I have what is a real man to me? I really can't tell you that, because if my expectation of you is this and you right here, really, then I really don't know what my definition of a man is. I cannot say because you got a dick and balls don't make you a man.
So I feel like that by you not knowing the definition of what a man is to some extent you cannot fault what men are because you don't even know what they are.
Nah, you fault a person through their fucking characteristics. I'm gonna fault you if you nasty. If you a nasty
nigga,
it is. I don't care. If you a nasty chick, if you a liar, you a liar. If you real, you real. If you dumb, you dumb. If you smart, you smart. Fuck it, right? But at the end of the day, we talking about on some like, yo, like if I put myself in the path with you, and I know that you a piece of shit, and I still give you something, it's my fault. That's what she's been through. That's what she's been through, right? Okay, so she's experienced this. My question for her is like this. Figure out what you want in a man, write it down, be specific, pray about it, and just only see that and you'll get what you want. Simple. You want a solution to that issue
and everything.
No, it's called a vision board. It's called a vision board. It's called the secret. It's called being able to speak things into existence. It's called manifestation. You want
write down what the man you see. Write it down.
I did. That's done.
All right, put it on your wall.
That's done.
Pray on that, and don't pick nobody that's opposite of what you have written on that wall. You can't have sex with no one until you find that specific person.
And quit entertaining these low value ass niggas.
So you want me to be a virgin?
You're not a virgin.
Yeah,
you're not a virgin.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I want you. Yeah, I want you to sacrifice.
Yeah. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
They don't want to put in the work.
Guys, you know, we into like an hour and a half or something like that. We in an hour and a half, and this been so good. You guys hit some valid points, and you guys are going to help somebody out there because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. A lot of the facts that you guys have presented is going to help somebody. I guarantee you. And
big fact.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here.
That was fun. That was cool. Lee.
My guy, man. Hey yo, hold on. Let me say, hold on real quick.
Yo,
okay.
All right, yo, take this information down right here. And you
Not
as
just
well,
longevity.
Miss Lockhart. You
Yes.
as well. Because we may have to add some music to this. Take my email and this information, give it access to my social media handles and everything
Yo,
like
just
that.
Well, I'm gonna get with
yo,
you.
yo,
Yeah, that's
yo,
good. Okay.
Oh, shit.
no.
Hold on.
Nah, she got everybody information. She got
Yeah, I
everybody
got everybody
information. Just pass
information.
it.
Oh, you
But
do?
that's cool.
Bet.
Yeah, I got everybody information. Yeah, I got everybody information. And we gonna do this again, but I'm gonna be strategizing this.
Wait,
And what happened, Lakia?
no,
I ain't
Elijah
said-
seemed like he was mumbling something.
I ain't said nothing. Yo. We got to change people's perceptions of what men are, yo. We got to change that perception.
Well, you
I'm listening though. Go ahead. That's all.
You clarified that in a way that people understand. You know, that's good. That's good what we did here today. And I appreciate y'all. And if you guys want to come back and we do this again, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna strategize something and get this where we meeting and greeting or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's only fair that love be in the air and everybody, you know, find a mate. You know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe getting like minds in the same building can only bring prosperity. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. This was good. This was great. Nikita, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I just ain't do too much talking, just listening. This is my first time, so
That's okay.
All
All right. Well, Lakia, you good? You have anything else to say? Has my co-host?
No, I have nothing to say.
Mr. Lee, I appreciate you, and Miracle, I appreciate you too. This was great, man.
Always.
I'm gonna let you guys know when it's up and gone, when it's up and everything, and we'll do this again. I'll be in touch.
All right, most definitely.
Okay.
Anytime. Yo, peace and
All right,
blessings.
until next
everybody.
time, you guys are listening to Shop Talk Radio 2020. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Peace
Good
out.
night.
Good night.
Heard that. One.